Irreverent, entertaining, cool. You're listening to LA Talk Radio.
Powerhouse Paranormal
Topics with the umpires
of the unexplained. Sheena Metal.
That's right. It's Haunted Playground right here on LA Talk Radio. For more info on the show, hauntedplayground.com, latalkradio.com. Don't forget to email me and let me know what you think of the show. You know, I love that. If you're looking for me online, it's so easy. I'm pretty much just at Sheena Metal everywhere. That's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, my super elderly Pinterest page, all of those places, just at Sheena Metal everywhere. I'm also the founder of a movement of peace and love and kindness and unity. Our nonprofit hub is raisingthevibration.org. We are also at I am raisingthevibration.com. That's our movement site, our daily motivation site. And because of that movement of peace, love, kindness, and unity, I became ordained as a minister, and I opened my own spiritual practice. And you can find my spiritual work at IamRaisingYourVibration.com. And of course, at SheenaMetalSpiritual.com. So here on Haunted Playground, we have a new format the last 6 months or so. We do psychic readings, healings, spiritual counseling, paranormal questions, spiritual questions, questions about your own abilities, about your spiritual path. It's all spiritual stuff all the time here on Haunted Playground and paranormal. It's all the same. But anyway, I call it Lightworkers Unite. Normally I have another amazing lightworker with me, and then we do it together. But today I was supposed to be here with the wonderful Chin-Hee Park, whom I love. And she had a dog emergency, so let's all say prayers for her little baby Angel, who she's taking to the vet today, who is old and has a lot of health problems and is having kind of a hard time. So anyway, we're getting some folks lined up. So if you want to be on the air with me today, it's just me and you, my friends. 818-437-0886. Text me, and also text me your name and your email, even if you think that I have your phone number, because my cell phone decided to go swimming and blew up and the backup crashed. So if you didn't call me before February of 2018, you're not in my phone. So send me your number, because I'm rebuilding this, well, right now, loaner phone while my phone is in the hospital. So anyway, we're getting some folks lined up. I've got 3 folks ready to go, I think, pretty much right out the gate here. If you want to get on, 818-437-0886. I'm going to be putting the link around everywhere on Facebook, because that's what we do here. Everything goes to LA Talk Radio's Facebook page, which is LA Talk Radio on Facebook. It's facebook.com/LA Talk Radio. And you don't even say Facebook URLs, do you really? You got to go there and get the link, put it around everywhere so everyone knows how to find us. And then we're rocking and rolling, my friends. Then it's going to be psychic readings for 2 hours. Just me and you talking about the things in life that are important, and discussing all kinds of things, whatever's going on in your brain, whatever you're thinking about right now. That's what I'm here to talk to you about. There's a lot of things on my mind. If we have a lull today in calls, I may actually share some of the things that are going on with me. This has been kind of a big spiritual week for me. I think losing the phone, losing those contacts, losing touch with so many people. It's been a lot, and it's put me through a lot of time in my head. I went 2 full days without any kind of phone, and it gave me a lot of time to just think, not being able to reach out. I mean, through email and online through my laptop, but not being able to really connect with people, not knowing who was trying to connect to me. I hated that I couldn't connect with clients. That part I just flat out hated. But there were, in some ways, I thought, some of the people in that phone, people that I used to think I was very close to, do I need to still have them in my phone? Do I care? And I hate that, because I'm one of those people that I would like all of my friends that I've ever had in my life to stay my best friends forever. But, people change and things change. And you discover sometimes that people aren't who you thought they were. And that has definitely been an illuminating time for this year. And I really believe it's because as I move forward in my spiritual practice and as a minister, and I'm doing more good things for the world and becoming more and more in service, there were people that I just couldn't have in my life anymore because they weren't doing anything good. As a matter of fact, I don't care if you're not doing anything good. I don't even care if you're in service. That is not a criteria to be my friend. I think service is enormously sexy, but that is not a criteria to be my friend. What is a criteria to be my friend is that you don't do negative things, that you're not living in a dark place. Because if you are, I'm kind of over you. And I think that's a lot of what sort of has gone on in my life. I'm putting my leg up because my knee is kind of being a pain in the ass today. So much better than woke up this morning and a pain in the ass. Actually, it started last night. So, if you don't know how to hang in the positive, then probably you're not the best person to be my friend. And there's a lot of folks I've had to let cut loose because they were just negative and not even necessarily negative to me, but in many cases, yes, negative to me, but just negative in general with other people. And I just can't anymore with that. I've had to let that go, and I hate that story because I hate ever letting anybody go. But now I'm to the point where I'm trying to figure out, am I going to talk publicly about it? I mean, I've talked publicly about it in sort of, roundabout ways. Am I going to actually approach people that have been lost in the shuffle? Because, when somebody's negative like that, they take everybody they can with them. I mean, the negativity doesn't end with just they stop talking to you or they do something and you stop talking to them. The negativity continues. And I'm not quite sure yet how I'm going to deal with that. How I'm going to handle it if I'm going to actually go to people who got lost in the mix and say, you know what, this is what happened and I think you should know, or if I'm just going to let it go. I don't know yet. We'll have to figure that out when we figure that out. So everything doesn't have to be decided right away. I tell my clients this all the time. You don't have to decide every single thing right away. Some things can just be left until it's time to deal with it. And this is something that it's definitely not yet time to deal with, but I think it's starting to get to be time, which is why it's rolling around in my periphery. And I'm sure all of you have a situation like this. I was just doing a healing on a client last night who has, a family member who is negative and trouble and pulling energy from the family and causing problems between my client and other family members. I mean, this is a very common thing. And the soapboxy social justice part of me, the fighting Irish part of me wants to just say, like, man, can't we just rise up and eradicate this negativity and have it be done? But I don't necessarily know that it works that way. So I guess the short answer is no. So the long answer is, geez, I hope so. I hope we're working on it. All right, so let me see who we've got here first. I'm going to have to put somebody in the system, and then we'll work from there. So we're going to get Elizabeth on first. And luckily, my phone system at work did not go swimming in the pool. So if you were in my system before, you're still in my system. So I love when you're in my system. That is a good thing. And then also, of course, we're going to be doing this again today on the Sheena Metal Experience because it's Psychic Tuesday from 5 to 7 p.m. So that's the good news. And then after that, my brand new show, Shameless Feminine Speaks, with the amazingly beautiful Rebecca Haywood, is going to be on at 7 o'clock in our video studio, which is located conveniently there. So I can get there in 10 minutes. Just on the other side of that hallway lurks the beautiful video studio. So it's a long day for me. Also, my Music Highway show today at 3. So I'll basically be here all day. If you want to come by, I'll be camping out. Might take a nap later in the lobby. Might take a nap in the hallway. Might crawl into the other studio and take a nap. Might take a nap right here. Haven't decided where I'm going to have my nap yet. Okay, so one more time, 818-437-0886. And I will be back to give that again after we call Elizabeth. And let me just see really quick if there's anybody else I need to get in the system. These are things I normally do while I talk to whoever's on with me. But guess who's on with me today? Nobody. but a dog emergencies come first. And Chinhee and Sunhee, her sister, the Park sisters, the Park twins, the psychic twins, have been such wonderful, amazing, loving, and guiding forces in my life. And I would do anything for them. So even if it was somebody on the street, even if it was somebody I didn't like, I would say always dog emergency comes first. But in this case, these girls have been so wonderful. As a matter of fact, they were the ones that dragged me out of the psychic closet and had me start working at their psychic collective, espsychics.com. And so I thank them for that. And then they were the ones that really, Chinhee was the one who wanted to do this format where we did readings on the air, and I'd never done really that format before. And she was like, oh, we do it all the time. Come do it with me. And then we did it. And at the time, they were on Facebook Live, and I wasn't. I was just on the radio. And they were on Facebook Live, and I didn't know how to get people on the air. So I said, well, what if we had everybody text me? And we started it just to get through that day. And then it turned out to be the most amazing and wonderful thing. And hence, the Lightworkers Unite format. Yay! So, yay, and yay all round. And then it just kind of fell into place. And I called my friend Jenny Stewart, who's been kind of like a regular almost co-host here on the show. And she's off now doing her own very exciting thing. So she hasn't been able to be here a lot. And I said, hey, I did this thing last week with my friends. Do you want to try it on Haunted Playground? And this time we'll actually do Facebook Live at LA Talk Radio. And she said, oh, yeah, whatever. Okay. Yeah, I'm up for it. Jenny and I kind of got dragged out of the psychic closet about the same time in our lives. So, and then it just became this really beautiful thing. And so it stayed. And it's amazing to me how many things in my life, my band, that's a good example. I was going to just do one time to help out a friend. I was opening up, friend's band was auditioning for, showcasing for some labels. They're like, we need a band to open up for us. Will you do it? And I'm like, yeah, I'll put a band together and write a couple songs and do it. Thought I would never do it again. And then people kept coming. So if people keep coming and enjoying Lightworkers Unite here, these special broadcasts on Haunted Playground, on the Sheena Metal Experience, every once in a while on Raising the Vibration, then I'm going to keep doing it. And then I had forgotten from my days on the Howard Stern station, my 7 years there, how much I love doing call-ins. And it's even how I started on AM radio and KIV doing call-in shows. So now I do call-ins, both of my shows on Tuesday for Psychic Tuesdays, and now my Raising the Vibration show, when I don't have a guest on Monday nights, becomes a topic call-in show. Like it's some kind of spiritual topic. Last night was about, are you a giver? It's usually topics that are about sort of where give back to the world meets your spiritual path, meets emotional things that are going on, not just inside of individuals right now, but as a collective in humanity. And last night was, are you a giver? And do people tell you that you give too much? And it was great. We had wonderful callers. So I could not be more happy sitting here taking your calls and doing something that's more interactive. I'm really loving it. And, I'm a happy girl. What can I say? It doesn't take a whole lot to make me happy. So that's that. You'll all learn about me pretty quick. I'm a pretty easygoing girl. All right. So we're going to get Elizabeth on the phone, and I'm going to work with her. And while I do that, we're going to get some more of you on the phone, 818-437-0886. And I kind of enjoying a little time at the beginning of Lightworkers here on Haunted Playground, just to have a minute to kind of talk to you. Oh, one really quick thing. If you're looking for some past video broadcasts of these special broadcasts on whichever one of my LA Talk radio shows it's happening, go to welightworkersunite.com. And of course, hauntedplayground.com for more information about Haunted Playground. And always to listen to the audio from these shows, latalkradio.com. So that's all my good news, except that, like I said, I have a cranky knee today. Even my boss here at LA Talk Radio said, Sheena, is this ever going to get better? And it actually overall is much better, but man, it gets better. And then you have a weird little setback. And today's a weird little setback day. So I did something to push it too hard in some direction. And luckily the setbacks don't last for like 2 months like they used to. It'll be better in a couple of days. So anyway, so okay. So Here we go. We're going to get Elizabeth on with us now. The Skype song, I'm going to sing it for you so you don't have to hear it. Boo, boo, boo. Blue, blue, blue. Boo, boo, boo. Blue, blue, blue. All right. I think I got her already. Elizabeth, welcome to the show. How are you, my friend? Welcome to the show.
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Fantastic. It's great to hear your voice, my friend. How may I help you?
Not much. I watched a few of your live streams, and I've always been interested in getting a reading of my own. I do tarot card readings sometimes myself. I dabble.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So how may I help you? What's on your mind, my friend?
Just recently found out I'm expecting baby number 2.
Yay!
Since then, just finances have been beyond just crazy.
Yeah. Ouch.
And then, I have a 2-year-old little boy, and I'm just, I just finally started getting him back because we were homeless, and I busted my butt and got my own place now, and I'm doing much better than what we were. And so I just want reassurance maybe that what I'm doing and how I'm doing things is gonna pay out in the end, I guess.
Absolutely. The most important thing with you, sweetheart, that universe is saying is not to get overwhelmed, because you can tend to get overwhelmed and spin a little bit, right?
Oh yes.
And then being pregnant on top of that, so the worries and expectations of a human growing inside of you, and the hormonal fluctuations and all the things that happen when you're pregnant, on top of the fact that you just tend to always spin a little, you can spin a little out of control when you get overwhelmed.
I do. I admit that. I can't even lie.
I mean, the things that universe are telling me right now, very importantly, are breathe. So important that you breathe. Breathe and put one step in front of the other. It's all baby steps. They're saying to say to you, as the baby grows every day, the little tiny bit every day that the baby grows, that's what you should think about, how you're moving little steps every day. So every day you're growing and you're moving as the baby is growing and moving. And the baby's not going to grow overnight and be born tomorrow. It's not a sea monkey. Actually, I put that part in. Universe did not say it's not a sea monkey, just so you know. It's not a sea monkey. It's not, you don't throw it in the water and the next day it's like a giant dinosaur thing. And the same thing with your life. You can't expect, that everything can be fixed in one day. You also can't worry that everything's going to go to hell in one day. Neither of those things are going to happen, universe is saying. You just have to stay the course and keep yourself calm in the process, because, happy mommy, happy baby. That I just said too. That wasn't universe. Universe is a little more severe when they talk. They're like, tell her not to screw it up. Tell her to be calm. Tell her, you know what I mean? I'm telling
Absolutely.
you, happy mommy, happy baby. And there's really nothing to worry about, sweetheart. Obviously the financial strain through the pregnancy is real, but what is it that you're worried about beyond that, honey?
Just I don't know. I guess I feel like when I got pregnant with this one, when I found out, and I told my family, obviously maybe timing wasn't perfect, nothing's ever planned or perfectly timed, but
of course.
I don't know, I just feel like everything kind of just fell apart relationship wise with everybody and anything, my family, my friends, everything just kind of spider webbed and cracked glass out.
Yeah. That may have nothing to do with the baby. When did you find out you were pregnant?
Right when I got back from a trip to Florida, so early April.
Yeah.
But
okay.
it's just
that's when
now getting to doctors and everything, and finally getting everything you are, everything's good, everything's growing good.
Right, but that's when the Saturn return started.
Yeah.
And that Saturn return is just a crotch puncher. And so, and I'm saying that only because, sweetheart, because I think that the problems with the family and the problems with the friends and all that weirdness is not really so much about the baby and you telling them about the baby, as it's just about astrologically that would have happened during this time no matter what. This is a very interesting time. The Saturn return is
Oh,
it's
trust me, I've been saying, like, I don't know if the universe took some acid or something, but, like, something's going on.
the brown acid you weren't supposed to eat from the Woodstock documentary. Do not eat the brown
Pretty
acid,
much.
people. Do not eat the brown acid. Yeah, I mean, definitely the universe is on a little bit of a PCP lace joint right now. But also it's more, the Saturn return is really about, so the Saturn return, obviously for people who don't know, Saturn is life lessons. So the Saturn return brings up the things that you haven't dealt with in your life path, agreements for this life, and then kind of keeps kicking you in the butt to do it. This return started beginning mid-April, and it's going until, like, I think the 18th of September. So
Oh, great.
all summer, Saturn return, Saturn return, Saturn return. The problem is with not only the Saturn return, but we've had a lot of, like, solar storms, we've had solar flares, meteor storms. We've had a couple of enormous new moons and full moons. The solstice on June 21st was literally a planetary alignment that was all about being able to look into the mirror of your entire path of lives and see everything reflected back at you and assessing what was working and what wasn't working. I mean, it's a lot. And and so it's normal. And then on top of it, you're pregnant. I mean, you must feel like somebody just planted like a giant crystal ball fly eye in the middle of your forehead, and it's like you're just like, woo, like looking around all the places like a psycho cyclops.
I just feel like I'm out of control myself. I keep saying, like, I'm in control, but I'm not. I don't know what to do with myself. I'm getting on my own damn nerves.
Right. Well, and that's part of the Saturn return too. And I am as well. And I was today having a very long talk with myself and trying to figure out what to do about this emotional thing that I'm going through, of course, a thing with people, right? Because everyone's lost their damn mind. And just, and it literally was like, man, can you just make a decision? Can you just figure out what you're going to do about this? Because time's a wasting and people are sick of you not making a decision. And I mean, no, people aren't, but I think by people, they meant them, because almost nobody knows about it.
Yeah.
But it's I mean, it's a time of being in conflict. And for those of us that don't thrive on conflict, for folks that thrive on conflict, this is probably a wonderful time. But for those of us that thrive out of conflict and almost withdraw in conflict, this is a hard time. And I'm one of those people, like, I will withdraw in conflict like nobody's business. I've taught myself not to as I've gotten older. But my basic inclination is big. Oh, there's a problem? Yeah, I don't need to cause trouble. Now, if somebody's being hurt or there's some kind of a moral issue, I am right there with a baseball bat ready to go. But when it's something like fussing and complaining and, you know, calling up the Verizon store and saying, yeah, you gave me this loaner phone and the speaker sounds like a transistor radio from the 70s. Like it's that kind of stuff. I'm like, do I really want to make waves, or can I just suffer through it? You know, I'm Irish. We're trained from birth, like, just suffer through it. So, but this is a time of that kind of conflict. That's what's going on. And you're going to find during the summer that you hit a lot of these little tiny minutia things that push buttons in strange ways. And I say that only because don't freak out when that happens. Do you know what I mean? Just be chill through it, because it's just the cosmology of the universe right now. It is not something that is personally has to do with your path. And it's certainly anything it has to do with the health or happiness of the baby, sweetheart. It's just weird. And your friends will come around, family will come around. Everybody just sort of has their celestial head up their ass right now. You know, and finances will fix themselves, especially after this retrograde is over. You know?
Right.
This retrograde is crazy.
Absolutely. It really is.
So how is this affecting your spiritual time, your spiritual gifts, and the work you're doing spiritually?
Well, for me personally, not that it matters. I just left my job a couple weeks ago, just due to, it was just a very high demand, physically demanding job that was just taking a very serious toll on my body.
Oh, I bet.
I had to go. So I'm in between trying to find a good job right now, not really having any luck being so far along, and whatnot. But when I do have time, I do like to kind of pull cards for my friends, and kind of just do what I see, or see what I do. And I've been pretty all right, pretty smooth and spot on with a lot of what's been going on.
Yeah. You pull tarot
A little bit, yeah.
and oracles?
Yes, I do.
Do you oracle cards too?
Yes.
Awesome. That's fantastic. And then what do you prefer? Do you prefer tarot or do you prefer oracle?
I prefer tarot.
Okay. And do you pull for yourself?
Like me personally, I have a wolf card pack deck.
Nice.
I know it's not traditional, but I do have one of those, and then I have I can't even think of the name of it right now. I don't even have them near me. They're in Latin. They're in Latin.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. And do you pull for yourself?
Very, very rarely. I'm not comfortable doing it on myself.
Yeah. Some people say you shouldn't. I sometimes do an oracle card. I pull an oracle card for myself sometimes. Do you know when I do it? I do it when I get a new deck. Whenever I get a new deck, and I'm a little bit of an oracle deck collector, and tarot too to a lesser extent, but mostly oracle. When I go to pull a deck, a new deck, and I open it up, I take the plastic off the cards. I'll shuffle the cards around a little bit, and I'll pull a card for myself. Sometimes, or I'll do like a past, present, future. I'll pull 3 cards for myself, and then I'll take a picture of it because that to me, that's what the deck wants to give me. Then past that, I don't really pull for myself anymore.
Yep, I'm the same way.
I love when a new deck gives you a gift.
Yes, amen to that.
But I know folks that pull just constantly for themselves. I mean, it just never ends. And it's like, wow, you really need to get up.
I'm not really comfortable doing it on myself.
Yeah, I just think it's the same reason that I don't ever, I don't do spirit box sessions or,
right,
Ouija board in my house.
Like, I don't trust other people touching other people's decks. Like, if it's a gift for me, then I'll bless it myself and get it cleaned and whatnot. But other than that, I really don't like touching other people's decks or having other people touch my deck.
Yeah, I understand that. How do you where do you stand on touching other people's crystals?
No, okay. I won't do it.
All right, because you don't want their energy, or you don't want to put your energy on the crystal, or both.
Both.
Yeah. I do touch other people's crystals because I can't resist. It's like how I pet other people's dogs. There's something about crystals.
I'll admire them. I'll point them out and be like, "Oh, that's a really nice one.
I do too.
That one's giving me this kind of vibe. That one's giving me this kind of feel."
Yeah.
But I won't touch them.
Yeah. Look at you. You're hardcore. Where are you based in the country?
I'm in Howell, Michigan, actually.
Nice. That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm going to have everybody in the chat room send out some love for you, baby. When are you due?
Thanks, everybody. December 5th, supposedly, but I have a feeling he's going to be a little early.
All right. So, but a Sagittarius no matter what. An impatient Sagittarius who may come early.
And I'm a Sagittarius myself. So
are you?
A Sagittarius mom and a Sagittarius baby. I have a Libra baby.
That's wonderful. That poor Libra baby in there with all that Sag.
I know.
What's your partner?
Aquarius.
Oh God, that poor person. That's wow. That's really better with the Libra, right? So 2 air and 2 fire. That's going to be an interesting household.
It is.
I'll
give it that. It really is.
This new one's going to be a little spitfire.
I know.
I mean, just a little spitfire. Awesome. You are wonderful, my friend.
He's a looker like my other one is.
I'm sure. Well, that I'm sure of, yeah. But also, there's going to be a little mischievous twinkle in that eye.
Oh, man, he's getting it from me.
Exactly.
No.
Much more like you. The other one's going to be mellow in comparison.
Oh, my son Thomas is pretty intense. He's a flirt, though. I'll give you that.
Oh, the little Libra, the little charming Libra.
Yep. I'm following you on Facebook, I believe. You can always check out my profile.
I will, absolutely. I would love that. Yeah. Do you want to throw your profile out so folks in the chat can check it out?
Yeah, go ahead, guys. Elizabeth Trendle. You'll see him sitting on an alligator.
Oh, awesome. A live alligator?
No.
Okay,
I would not. I
I'm
would
like,
not
wow.
have allowed that. I would have nuked my mom if she did that.
Okay, we're just checking. I just
No.
gotta check.
No.
People do weird
I
things.
flipped out when she told me she rode kiddie rides with him, and he's only 2.
Oh, well, that's okay to ride kiddie rides when you're 2, isn't it? I think I rode kiddie rides.
I'm just not used to it yet. I'm still getting used to being a mom, so it's like,
Yeah.
oh God, no, don't do that, no.
Yeah. You know what I always thought was weird, and they still do it, but now I'm just going off on a tangent, Elizabeth. The mommy and me swimming. I mean, I know it's important for kids to get used to swimming, but I got to tell you, one of the scariest things that I remember as a child, one of my first memories, and I probably was like between 1 and 2, was the mommy and me swimming. And I remember like the sound of the echoey sound of the indoor pool, because we were on the East Coast at the time, and the way that the indoor pool, the whole air smells like chlorine, and getting into that pool with my mom. And I remember like when they'd say, okay, everybody has to hold their breath and dunk their head, and she had to pull me down. She must have been mortified, because my mother was a Scorpio and so psychic. She must have just been mortified that she had to do that. I mean, I learned to swim, and I could swim like a fish by the time I was 2, but I just remember thinking like, it was so weird that you kind of push your kid underwater and they have to hold their breath. And as a kid, I was terrified, and I was scared to tell her how terrified I was, because I could tell this was this really important thing that had to be done. And she was so wonderful and loving about it. Like, you're going to learn to swim, and swimming is the most wonderful thing, because my mom had grown up in the system and hadn't learned to swim till she was adopted when she was 12. So
right.
The idea that I got to learn to swim so young was such a big deal for her. But God, I just think it's such, I don't know how I feel about it. I kind of think maybe you're safer on the kiddie rides.
Yeah, just a little bit.
At least you're not going to.
It's so uncomforting though, because it's like I'm not physically right there seeing it.
Yeah.
Because they were on a little vacation in Virginia when she took them, so I was like, oh God. What if something happens?
Well, yeah.
What happens?
I mean,
I'm not there. I'm broke. I don't have gas. I can't magically appear in Virginia to do anything. Whoa.
Right. Well, was it scary just to leave him with her in the first place?
Well, he lives with her temporarily right now because, like I said, I'm just getting on my feet and getting my own place for us.
Right.
Because, like I said, we were homeless, so it's kind of just I trust her because obviously he like stays with her, but like you're out of state now. I can't like ask somebody for, $40 to fill my tank and then drive, a couple hours away if need be. You're now 3 times that amount of distance and I can't do nothing.
Right. So you just are getting back on your feet and then you get pregnant again.
Yep. So that's why I said like life's been kind of just throwing me all sorts of lemons here, and I'm trying to make the best lemonade I can.
You are for sure. Was that
tasting a little tart to me?
Absolutely. Was that a part of why the family and friends were all like, "Oh man"?
Well, that, but it's just still just overall like I've never been on my own before. Like I lived with my grandma for quite a bit of my life myself, so it's kind of well now you're on your own. Now you have to learn how to keep up with bills and stuff like that, and I'm doing the best I can with what I have available, but it's still just like I'm not getting the love and support I guess I don't want to say expect, because I don't expect much of anybody anymore. But more just what I thought I would be getting.
Sure. Again, it's just one foot in front of the other, sweetie. You can't think about all of it and the enormity of all of it and then allow yourself to get overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Just one foot in front of the other. And we're all going to say prayers for you and for your baby. Everybody in the chat will do that for us. And thank you. I thank you so much for this call, and thank you for going first, because first is the always hardest, and you're delightful, and I'm sending you love and light for the baby, and everything's going to be okay, sweetheart. Everybody send Elizabeth some love and light if you're in the chat room right now, and wishes for this baby, because how exciting is that? New baby is coming. New baby coming is always exciting, no matter what the circumstances, I think. I mean, I'm sure there are some circumstances where it's not exciting, but this is exciting. And this child is going to be so wonderful for Elizabeth, and we're excited. I should go in the chat and see how you all are and what's happening with all of you in the chat. I'll be in there in just a second posting a little bit. If you're looking for a reading, just send me a text, 818-437-0886. That's 818-437-0886. And I'm catching up with having lost my phone. So I had a lot of people in there that wanted readings that were lined up from last week, and I couldn't get to any of, I don't have any of your numbers anymore because everything was destroyed. This has been kind of a big setback. So let me tell you about my class. I'm teaching a class a week from Friday in conjunction with Miracles of Joy Metaphysical Center and miraclesofjoy.org. And if you go to whydoifeeleverything.com, you can get all the information. Whydoifeeleverything.com, because I went and taught this workshop in Dallas, and it was when I was there at the end of June, and it was such a success that we decided to try it as a webinar. So this is the first time I've ever taught a webinar, and that's why Miracles of Joy is facilitating it, and Joy Koff, who is the Miracle of Joy and one of our light workers here at Lightworkers Unite. She will be moderating the chat room and putting questions forward through for me. You'll be able to see both of our faces, and I'll be teaching. And it's about empath awareness, discovering your empathic abilities. And it's called Why Do I Feel Everything? And it's at whydoifeeleverything.com. So by all means, go there, sign up. It's only $20. It's the 6 p.m. Pacific time on August 9th. And I think that this will really be beneficial to everybody who takes it. Everybody who took it in Dallas, I think, was very changed for the experience. And I'm excited to get you all together in one place, all of you from the chat room and people I know from different parts of my life, my LA life, my Dallas life, my Kentucky life, people I know from different places, my East Coast people, to get everybody together for this important class. And I'm very excited about this. So whydoifeeleverything.com. Go and sign up for that. I would love that. Also, if you're in the LA area, hang on. I'm getting a bunch of texts in for readings. If you're in the LA area, my 25th radio anniversary is Sunday, the 18th of August at the Hollywood Improv. Please come, and I will take care of your tickets. And I will give you free tickets. And if I'm trying to work something out to broadcast it all over the world. So wish me luck with that. We're working on that. And let's get somebody on really quick, and then I'll tell you more about that. There's going to be some cool celebrities on stage. There'll be a red carpet before. There'll be a meet and greet after. I'm not sure how much of it I can broadcast around the world, but we will work on it. And hopefully the show for sure. Maybe the red carpet. I'm not quite sure. I'm putting it all together tomorrow and trying to figure out the logistics of doing that. But I broadcast my daily show, the Sheena Metal Experience, here on LA Talk Radio from there 4 times a year. And then my first one ever in this format was the 20th anniversary, and this is the 25th anniversary. So we're going to put somebody in the system and get them on the phone in just a second. If you want to get on a free reading today, free readings, healings, spiritual counseling, psychic talk, paranormal talk. It's so easy, my friends. 818-437-0886. Remember to tell me who you are, even if you think I know, because I did lose all my contacts, and I'm probably going to say that on the show for the next 4 weeks, but it's still true that I did. So we're going to get Haley on with us in just moments, and then whoever's next is next. The link is out everywhere. You guys are all in the chat. I see people hanging out, and if you want to get a reading, send me a text message, because I sort of lost my list for who was supposed to be on the show today because it was in the phone and it crashed and burned. And even though I could recreate people I remember from the list, I don't have numbers because they also went swimming. So this is the first time anything has happened. Like about 20 years ago, I had a laptop crash and I lost not all of my information, but a bunch of it. I don't know with this. The phone is at the doctor's. They're trying to get the info off it. We'll see if any of the info is safe. Fingers crossed. I hear a lot of times it is. So I just keep thinking positively. In the meantime, I have a loaner phone, and people are like calling me and leaving me voicemail. So you can't leave me a voicemail because I can't listen to it, and you can't call me because I can't answer the phone. Like, see, hello, hi, this is Sheena. How may I help you? Because see, I'm on the air, so I can't do that. So all that I can do is get you in the system and talk to you on the air. So let me get this done really quick. And this loaner phone, it's a brand new one, and they're supposed to be amazing, but it's like glary as all get out, and I don't have reading glasses on because I'm fighting being old, people. Fight the power, people. All right. So we're going to get Haley on. And while we get Haley on, one more time, 818-437-0886 if you're looking for a reading. And here we go. It's a Haunted Playground right here on LA Talk Radio. That's what you're watching. It's what you're listening to. We're on LA Talk Radio and Facebook Live. And I'm excited to be here with you all today. And the wonderful Chin Hee Park was supposed to be here with me, but she had to cancel because she had a dog emergency. Haley, welcome to the show. How are you, my friend?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm wonderful. It's great to hear from you. How may I help you?
I'm just trying to get some guidance and make sure, I guess, I'm going the right way in life.
Oh, okay. I love that. Now, tell me a little bit about you. What areas of life are you concerned about? Only because it's just me, and then you can speak for a minute, and then I'll tell you what's going on.
Okay. Well, I'm starting a new job soon. I just want to make sure this is the right thing for myself, not only but for me, but for the future of myself, my boyfriend, and whatever life just brings us.
Yeah, the new job looks really good. I feel like the last job was a little soul crushing. Is that
Oh,
too?
Absolutely.
Okay. I wanted to say, is that too dramatic of a word? Because I'm feeling very dramatic today, Haley, but I guess not. So
no, not at all.
It was a little soul crushing, and I just feel like you almost feel like you escaped that job. And
yeah, it's crazy you say that. Yeah.
And now you're free. So this new job is going to be better, and it's also, but I feel like there's almost like a trepidatiousness in you about this new job because you're so scared it's going to turn to soul crusher number 2. So you have to sort of
yeah.
You have to let that go, sweetheart. You have to start. The universe is saying it's so important, babe, that you start this new job with new hope and new optimism, and you really give it a chance because
Okay.
It's really going to be okay. It's just it's not going to be the same. It's normal to think maybe something's going to be the same. I totally get it. But you have to have faith. The universe is saying faith, trust, and surrender. Sometimes these are difficult things for you, especially when you've been burned in a situation before.
Makes complete sense.
And that job kind of burned you. So let's talk about what the job is going to open up for you, which is exciting. Not just exciting things in work, which it is, but also it's going to open up, it's going to change you on a molecular level. Because I think you kind of realize now that you're out of prison of the last job, but not until you get into a job that really feeds your soul are you going to realize how long you've been sort of ethereally holding your breath. Just like, you know what I mean? Like not really feeling like you can exhale and relax. And I think that you understand part of that, but you don't even really understand how much you've been doing that. And you won't until you relax into this new opportunity, and you'll think, man, I was always kind of waiting for the next shoe to drop with that job. And I was on a core level a lot more stressed out than I realized. And now I can finally start to let it go. And as all that tension and anxiety and stress starts to come out of you, sweetheart, just push it out and let it go. Like in the next couple of months, up your deep breathing, up your water intake, up how much you move, and just really get the toxicity of that last situation out of you. Does that make sense?
It makes 120% sense.
Yeah, because you don't want to carry any of that over. I mean, it's normal that some of it's stuck in there and that you have a little bit of job PTSD. Like that's normal and that's okay. But just try to alleviate that as much as you can and get as much of it out of you as you possibly can. Because universe is saying new chance, new start, new outlook, new opportunity. Don't carry any of the past with you, because sometimes you can carry a little bit of the past with you, right? In a situation like this, like instead of putting all of your focus into, man, this is a great job, sometimes you can be like, man, that last job really sucked. And universe is saying it's okay to have that time period of, man, that last job really sucked, but sooner than later move into a place of, okay, well, that job's gone. So now I just got to flush it out and really focus on this new job. And it's normal. We all do that. I love it. I'm the first one to tell you I do that. I sometimes look back and go, man, that last situation, how the hell did I ever get out of that? I mean, not just with jobs, with people, with all kinds of stuff. And sometimes universe is like tap, tap, tap. And you know what? Just focus on what's good and don't worry about that. Like, oh, okay, I get it. It's true, I get it. But that thing is,
thank you.
Don't vote. You know what I mean? So yes, good. Yeah. And then, as I said, this is going to change you on so many levels. And then there are so many new things in your life that are going to open up within work and outside of work because of the tranquility and peace of mind that this job gives you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that really feels good to hear, because I'm a little nervous to start back up, but you know, like going back to school for the first time. Yeah, the anxiety.
But don't be nervous, sweetheart. Everything's going to be okay. Everything is so going to be okay, and everything is going to be wonderful, and just feel good, okay?
Yeah, thank you so much.
You betcha, and I'm always here, and I have so much faith in you, and I'm so excited, and I make sure you leave me all your information on my phone because I want to hear how it goes, and I'm so happy for you. Congratulations on getting out of the old job, and congratulations on getting into a new job. And, you know, good things do happen for good people, and things do work out, my friends. So good for you. Yay. Happy calls. Pregnant girl, new job, good things happening, fresh energy. Who wants to take part in this healing circle today? Send me a text, 818-437-886. No, I did that wrong. 818. What's your phone number, jackass? 818-437-0886. 818-437-0886. All right. We're going to get Darla on with us now. And I think I just put her in the system. You know, I never know. I never know who's in the damn system. I never know what I'm doing. I'm half here, half in the spirit world. Yep, I did. Look at that. Sometimes I actually even do it right. All right. We're going to get Darla on. You could be next. 818-437-0886. That's 818-437-0886. Okay, here we go. Oh, what did it do? Oh, there we go. It didn't call. Now it is. Boo, boo, boo. I'm singing the Skype song. Boo, boo, boo. Do, do, do. The number you entered is invalid. Please check and try again. Okay, hang on. We're getting there. I can be a dork sometimes. We're doing it all by myself today. That's not her. There we go. All right, let's see what I did here. How are y'all doing? How's everybody holding up in this Mercury retrograde? This Mercury retrograde is a crotch puncher. Wow, it's a killer. It's not playing, and I think we all are feeling the effects of it. And I cannot believe the things I have felt: car not working, computer crashing, losing my iTunes backup, the phone literally flying in the pool. I almost passed out at physical therapy from dehydration, like just crazy. And I've just felt like I've been crawling out of my skin for a week. Like, I just feel like I'm going from anxiety attack to anxiety attack. So, even and I tell you these things because I want you to know that even my life is not perfect, and by any means. And there are things that I worry about. There are things that make me sad. There are times that I want to cry. There are times that I realize that I have numeric dyslexia and put the area code in backwards because that's what I do, and I shouldn't be trusted. This is why I always have a guest with me on Lightworkers, because I'm a fool, just so you know. And I'm trying to keep water away from things because the phone already went swimming. We want to make sure the laptop at work doesn't go swimming as well. All right, let's give this a shot now. Here we go. Darla, we're coming for you, baby. If you want to get on like Darla is, like Haley did, like Elizabeth did, 818-437-0886. That's 818-437-0886. Okay. The number you entered is invalid. Please check and try again. Oh my goodness. Really? Okay. You know what, you guys, I'm a tool. Okay, so here's what we did. Do you want to hear all about what a tool I am? So I put Darla's name in, Darla, see? And then I clicked on it, and then I clicked on her name, and then I clicked edit. And then I realized what I had done, and then I hit save. And then I went back, and I went to call. Let's see if it's going to work now. Now it's working. And it didn't save the changes. It's me. Dork. This one. Crazy. Not well. Darla, welcome to the show. How are you, my friend?
All right.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Just all right?
Yeah, I'm along. I just had my front teeth pulled out, so going with that.
Oh, my goodness. Why did you have your front teeth pulled out?
Well, I had a bad past. I'm not going to say embarrassing, and I'm cleaned myself up, and because of that habit, they got bad, so I wanted to take care of myself since I've been doing better.
Oh, no. I'm so sorry. Okay, good, but good for you, and I'm glad. I'm glad you're here, and thanks for calling in that shape.
Mm-hmm.
How may I help you, and what's on your mind?
Okay, for years I've been having certain dreams.
Okay.
That something's going to happen to California, you know what I mean? And then when I came from California, I was originally from between Bakersfield and Fresno, at a town called Hanford, where Steve Perry from Journey's from. When I came here on Amtrak, I had a dream that this car just went, thinking it was going straight on the freeway, but it went into the ocean. And I feel like I'm being drawn, that I got to help people. I even had dreams. I won $14.6 million that I get people out of California and move them to Montana. I don't know what is going on. I feel like there's something special, like around the corner, and I'm not in a hurry. I learned patience doing all this, but it's just, it's hard to explain. I feel something, like something's around the corner special for me.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if anybody can pick that up, but I just, I don't know what to do, because it's like I can actually feel it.
Well, sure. So here's what's happening, sweetheart. You are becoming activated spiritually. Does that make sense?
Uh-huh.
I don't want to scare you. Is that okay?
Yes, because I was working with the angels and stuff before. I used to do angel cards, and then I got that stupid habit. Admit it. Then I got clean because I didn't want to. I asked God to help me. I did it without doing rehab, and I'm proud. And I thank God every day
Good for you.
that I'm alive.
Mm-hmm. Good for you. You're very lucky that you're alive.
Yes.
And things happen. We all stumble, and we all fall, and we all set back, and we all have we all have bumps in our road, and you shouldn't at all ever beat yourself up for that. Everybody has a path, and your stupid habit, that was part of your path. You've learned a lot from that, and there's a lot you have to give to people now because you've survived that. Had you not survived that, you would be a different person who maybe didn't have as much to give.
I want to write a book.
Please.
about the angels. But lately I've noticed and I smile. I see, like today I seen 11, 11, and then I seen 12, 12.
Okay.
I mean, I've seen all the numbers, and I've been seeing it for like 3 or 4 months.
Okay. Okay. That's good. 1111 is an activation number. It's a mirror. It's a universal strength number. When you see it, it's not abnormal for you to have a spiritual thing happen after you see it.
Okay. What about 1212?
Well, and 1212 can be an end number, and remember the Mayans thought that the world was going to end in 1212. I mean, it's it can be a giant ending, which can also signify a shift. Have you ever done your numerology?
No. I've looked about it, but my main thing I've done lately for 20 years, I've always got into angel stuff.
Okay, so since you have so many numerological things that you see, let's do your numerology really quick. So, do you mind saying your birthday on the air?
No, I don't mind.
Okay.
I love to share. It's December. I remember because my front teeth. December 1968. I was scared I couldn't say it right.
Is it 1950?
I can't say
1958? 68. 1968.
Yeah, 68.
Okay, so that's 14.
I'm a Sagittarius.
14, 24, 36, 46, and 9 is 55. Did I do that right? Okay. So everybody in the chat, am I doing this right? So 12 and 19 is 31, and 10 is 41, and 14 is 55. So you are a 1, which means that's the beginning of it all. So it's not abnormal for ones to feel the shift very strong as they're becoming activated spiritually. And I think you're just feeling the effects of what's going on around you. It's also not abnormal for ones to have things like bad habits and things, because you learn by banging your head into the wall. And it's like, ow, that hurts. Ow, that hurts. Ow, that hurts. And like the 500th time, you're like, maybe I'll stop banging my head into the wall. So that's normal.
Well, see, I'm not the same person I was 3 years ago.
Of course.
Mentally and spiritually. When I was 3 years ago, I didn't love myself.
Of course.
Now I love myself. I appreciate life and everything. I mean, I've had dreams. I helped millions and millions of people. And I'm with the guy. If I have to give him up and I don't want to, for God is first.
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel the same way for anybody. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Universe is always first for me. God is first. That's how it works.
Yeah.
So you need to not. So here's what universe is telling me, sweetheart. You need to not be fearful through this. You know, and you need to know that this opening up process and all the wacky dreams and stuff that comes with it are all part of the process of becoming awakened. Okay. And that you need to give yourself a break and trust that God is going to take care of you and that everything is going to be okay. You know? But you have
I trust in him so much. I mean, my dad was a preacher, and I didn't believe in this stuff, and my son got me into it. He's 23 years old now.
Right.
He was telling me things that when he was little that I never knew little kids knew. He told my horse died. His name was Skyhawk. He was pure black. My horse died in 88. My son was born in 96. I never told my son about my horse. And he would tell me about my horse, and I'm going, huh? How did you know? And it's like I got online and I've been doing searching and reading. I didn't know kids were born like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that you didn't know the kids were born like little oracles with knowledge of things that happened that they didn't know
Yeah.
firsthand? Oh yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know. He would tell me amazing things. He would tell me that Jesus was his best friend and that gave him a pure white horse.
Yeah. That's probably all true when he was home. The place that I call home, where we go, but when we're between our semesters of soul school here on the earth, and we're where we all really belong. That doesn't surprise me at all. I'm sure that there everybody is on a first name basis with source, with God, with spirit, that Jesus is probably walking around helping people and chatting people up, and that you want a horse? Sure, you can have a horse. What do you want? You can have what you want. You want a crown? Here's a crown. Wear it on your head. You can have whatever you want, because that's a place of ultimate manifestation and ultimate benevolence and whatever makes you happy. Abundance, lots of abundance. It's here that we know things like scarcity and fear and regret, because that's part of the learning process of our souls growing through the human experience. We're spiritual beings having a human experience. So
when I keep seeing that something bad's going to happen to California, and I help people, I win $14.6 million, and I help them, I pay their way, moving to Montana, and then my son, if he relaxes, you can get him, if he would meditate, I taught him over years how to meditate. He still feels. He still sees, he still feels, and he's been dreaming of Montana too. I don't know if we're making this up or what. I'm scared.
No. So tell me really quick, because tell me again. So you are in Montana now.
I'm in Oklahoma. I'm from California, between Bakersfield, California, and Fresno.
Okay.
An hour between both. It's a town called Hanford, Hanford.
All right.
Steve Perry from Journey's from there. It's a little dairy town. I moved from Hanford, California to Oklahoma to be with my boyfriend named Richard to clean my life up. Well, I'm being drawn nicely. I'm not feel like I'm being pushed. I've been like somebody's holding my hand, like, come on, baby, come on. I feel like I'm being pulled to California to help people for some reason, and I don't understand if it's the correct feeling I'm getting.
No, I think it's beautiful. I think that there are a lot of folks in California that need help. This is a beautiful place, and I love living here. And this place has changed my life and been a godsend to me. I've been here almost next summer will be 40 years, but
wow,
since I was little. But this is a place that a lot of people are homeless, and a lot of people can't afford to live here, and a lot of people come here with dreams that don't become fulfilled, and then they fall into bad habits. And this is a place where my beautiful Los Angeles and even my beautiful Huntington Beach, where you used to never see a homeless person. You turn a corner and there's just communities of hundreds and hundreds of homeless people, and they're everywhere. They're in alleys, and they're tucked behind buildings, and they're in freeway overpasses and underpasses. And it breaks my heart that there are so many people living right where I live that are so unhappy right now. And I don't know what the answer is, and I don't know what to do about it. And I think drugs is a lot of it. I think unchecked and medicated mental illness is a lot of it. And then I think some
and then
folks
lost their job.
I was going to say, and I think some folks have just fallen on hard times, and there just aren't as many jobs. It's so funny, because so many people in the world that have allowed themselves to be consumed by racism and bigotry, part of their biggest fear was that the other was going to come, right? The foreigner, the freed slave, the Irish immigrant, the Jewish merchant. These people were going to come and take their jobs. Everybody was going to come and take their jobs. We can't let these people in because they're going to take our jobs. Well, guess what? The ultimate irony is the robots, Darla, is who came and took our jobs. Giving jobs to robots is why people don't have jobs. So all the other that we feared, what we didn't fear was the robots, and they're the ones that took our jobs. So I don't know what the answer is, because there just are not as many jobs as there were. because so many things now that people used to do, especially, a product oriented labor country and farm country like America is, are now all being done by technology. And so I think folks, and a lot of folks can't grasp that technology, so they can't get the human jobs to work alongside the robots. And I just think folks don't know what to do. And a lot of people have checked out. And, you don't always have to be mentally ill to check out. You don't have to be addicted to a substance to check out. Sometimes you can just say, you know what, I'm covering myself up with, like, I'm in crash position and I'm checking out. And it makes me so sad because I see their beautiful eyes as I pass them on the street. And I wish I could do something for every one of them. And I just don't know what to do. And I keep saying to friends, I bring this up at dinners all the time. People probably think I'm crazy. I keep saying there has to be a place where all these folks can go and get a fresh start. And maybe, Darla, that place is Montana, because here's a state that is our third largest state, right? Texas, California, Montana, our three biggest states, and it has one of the lowest populations. I think less than 1 million people in the whole state. So,
well, I'm by Eden, and I'm an hour from Oklahoma City.
Okay.
And you compare the two. Well, when you're on Baker's 99 in Bakersfield, all you see is what's supposed to be grass. It's burnt. In Oklahoma, it's beautiful, mountainy. It's green. One person, I have not seen one person like you're saying that's homeless in Oklahoma.
Yeah. And I have seen them in Montana. I have seen them in Billings in Montana. I have seen homeless folks, and I've also seen kind of down on their luck native folks. Do you have down on your luck native folks that just sit around on the streets?
I haven't seen that yet.
Okay.
I'm saying yet. There could be, because but what I've seen, not yet.
Okay, because I know there's a lot of native folks, right? Obviously, a lot of folks got relocated to Oklahoma.
Yeah. There's a lot of we're right here by the reservations, because my boyfriend does takes the salt water off of the oil companies.
Oh, okay. All right. That's something that you don't see here. Our native folks are very well taken care of, and are doing very well thanks to our casinos. Many of them are very prosperous and doing very well. So as a matter of fact, friends of mine that come here to visit from Montana, they're like, "These are your Indian gaming casinos? They look like Las Vegas." And I'm like, right?
I know.
The tribes are doing.
The one here in Oklahoma does too. It's called the Grand Casino. It's really beautiful. Oh God, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's like a 10-story building with a mile, a bingo palace with a nice fancy restaurant. Each food is at least $11, $12 each. Then with the buffet, you can eat all you want. It's really fancy.
Yeah, the tribes are doing really, really well here, and that's absolutely. I'm so happy for them, because that was something our country needed to definitely correct. And thank God for gambling. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think your dream to help people, I think that's a wonderful thing, my friend, and I love that, and I think that you should keep being open to what you're hearing in your dreams. Tell me about your
one dream.
Yeah.
One dream. I'm sorry. Okay, in the Central Valley, I'm looking like up in the air, right? And Yosemite would be east, Morro Bay would be west, right?
Okay, yeah.
That's where it is. I'm looking north. Well, all of a sudden, when I look in one of the dreams, there's a meteor coming from the east, just flying over, and then somehow I knew, I don't know, you know what I mean? I don't know how, but in my heart, I was like, oh my God, it hit Morro Bay. And then right near us is like 30 minutes is the Kalinga Hills, where the fault line is. All you seen over the mountain was like a waterfall. All you saw was water coming over and just taking the valley, like washing it out. I've had many dreams of the Central Valley, like going underwater. That's what scared me. That's why I'm saying I wish I knew what they mean.
Well,
I've had many. I have had like 30 dreams.
Dreams are, I mean, I think it's a lot of things. First of all, dreams can be allegorical, right? Dreams should never be taken literally. Dreams are are symbolic. They're possible scenarios. There's all different kinds of things that dreams represent. I definitely think that the dreams are telling you that you're spiritually awakening. The dreams are telling you that you have the gift of sight. The dreams are showing you the kind of things that you could see through dreams. It doesn't necessarily mean literally that's going to happen. I mean, the bottom line is that is probably going to happen, but it doesn't mean it's going to happen in our lifetime.
Okay.
Do you know? You could be seeing something that's going to happen in 1,000,000 years. But I think that you've just opened up a place where you can see different things. Do you know what I mean? It's like if somebody suddenly, if you're watching TV and there's like, okay, there's only so much you can see right around the confines of what's on the TV screen. And then somebody says, okay, we'll watch this same show, and they put 360 virtual glasses on you, and now suddenly you can look around and you can see the whole place, not just what the TV shows you. So when you become awakened spiritually, universe is saying, okay, look, see how most people can just see this. You can now see everything. You have the 360 perspective, and look at the different things you can see. You can see Californians need help and need to be saved, and Montana is the place to take them. You can see that a big old meteor is going to come someday, and it's going to take the Central Valley out. I mean, these are all different things that you can see, but I think the problem is when you're waking up psychically, it's easy to think that it's all literal. So you think, oh my God, that meteor is coming tomorrow. I have to go pick up the people in California next week and take them to Montana. You know, I mean, I think, and I do think that now that you're healthy, that you're going to come into a place of service where you are helping people, and you are helping those less fortunate. You are working to help people to relocate. I mean, I think all of these things are going to happen. I just think that maybe not in such a literal manner. I mean, and not right now. You know what I mean? Tell me about your dream. I'm sorry?
Oh, I was going to say, I was going to ask you how, I mean, when you're done, I don't know how to like work with my gift, you know what I mean? To try to, how to say, tune it in more.
Yeah, right. To be able to control it.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that right.
Yeah, I mean, you will. A lot of it is time and effort and working to control things, to control your empathy, so you control how much is coming in. I would think I'm sorry?
I learned how to keep evil. I learned how to keep evil away finally.
Well, that's good.
So that if I was to try to do like a reading, they used to come and pretend that they're the good ones. For a while, I didn't know, you know, who was good or who was bad. Now I know, you know what I mean?
Good.
I learned how to I know how to do that now.
Good. It's important to know who's got your best interest at heart and who doesn't. That's a very important thing, my friend. That's the first and most important thing to learn for everybody who's watching and listening right now. How to decipher what's positive and what's negative, and to weed out the negative energies. That's the first most important thing. The second most important thing is to learn to control your empathy. And I would bet that the things that happen to you with bad habits, that a lot of that happened because you're such an empathic person. And you take in so much spiritually and emotionally. Oftentimes folks who take in a lot tend to become addicted to things because it's a way to cover up all the input that's coming in. Oh God, yeah.
Okay.
So I'll give you an example. So I at one point was much heavier than I am now. And I got diagnosed as a type 2 diabetic, so I quit sugar. And 2 days after I quit sugar, cold turkey, I was in the grocery store, and this woman was returning a watermelon, and she clearly had eaten most of it. And she was, this watermelon is terrible, and I don't like this watermelon. And she was really bullying this poor cashier at the grocery store. And I first thought, I'm going to walk up and straddle that. I'm going to throttle that woman. I'm going to choke her to death. And then I laughed at him like, well, you can't do that. And I thought, no, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stop on the way home, and I'm going to get a soft serve ice cream cone. And this is all going to be okay. And I sat there completely gobsmacked in the grocery store, and I thought, oh my God, I eat sugar to deal with all the input that I feel from people. I was 42 years old. That had never occurred to me before. So when we are empaths and when we take in a lot, and I know you're an empath because I can feel you, oftentimes we do different things to cover up. We get involved in people's drama. We get involved in toxic relationships. We drink, we drug, we smoke too much pot, we eat, we become addicted to television, we gamble, whatever your addiction du jour is. Mine is eating. We do it because we want to block out all of that sensory input that keeps flooding in. So if you're in the chat room right now and you're watching this, think about what is the thing that you do to cover yourself up from everything that's coming in. And I'm telling you, sweetheart, with you, it's you have an amazing amount of empathy, and some of it is even untapped, sweetheart. There is part of it that you haven't even tapped into how empathic you are yet. So that's the number two thing when you're opening up spiritually. You learn to control and filter your empathy. That's why I teach that empath class and the empath webinar, because that's the basis of your psychic stuff, of your psychic gifts, is all about the empathy.
Is that why I feel like I'm once in a while I'll just be, doing nothing and I'll just sing songs that's not here on earth.
Yeah.
And it's all about God and Jesus.
Yeah, sure.
And my boyfriend told me that some of them are very, very beautiful. Very beautiful.
Yeah. So, somebody is probably, somebody's probably singing those songs to you. Whether it's a spirit or it's angelic or it's source related, universe related, it's a spirit guide or a guiding spirit or somebody that helps you from home to cope better here, is just sort of gently putting that song into your head. That's that happens all the time, but it's easy for you to take it in because of how empathic you are. Whereas other people, like, some angel might be screaming a song into their ear and they don't even hear it because they don't take in that much spiritually. So think of it like the difference in throwing a bucket of water.
My receiver's is open.
I'm sorry?
It's like my receiver's open. I'm allowing the phone to be answered, and they're not.
Yeah, your spiritual skin is porous. It's like the difference in throwing a bucket of water at a wall and throwing a bucket of water at a screen. You know what I mean? You're like a screen, so things come through. And that's what it's like for all of us empaths. And it's just learning to control our empathic input. And then the next thing is, the number 3 really is after that, is learning how to begin to identify what things in your life are spiritual, what things in your life are signals from universe, from source, from God, what's coming from angels, what's coming from folks who have passed, what's coming from your spirit guides or your guiding spirits, which is who I like to call people that you've been on the earth with and they've passed, and then they help to work to guide your life. What are you getting from?
Like my parents.
Right, exactly.
Like my parents.
Yes. What are you getting, Darla, from just like random spirits that you never knew, but for whatever reason, they're coming in and asking for your help? What's a precognitive thing? What's something that might happen? What vision are you seeing of something that already happened? What are you seeing as a protective warning? What are you seeing that you're supposed to share with people? What are you seeing that's just for you, but you're not supposed to share it with people? Like, all of these things are kind of the third phase of what happens as you come into your spirituality. And then from there, it's just deciding, what do you want to do with it? Do you want to work as a light worker? Do you want to work as a medium? Do you want to use your empathy and your gifts to help humanitarian causes? Do you want to, all these different things. How do you want to handle it? That's kind of the stage 4 of you opening up spiritually.
Oh, really? Wow.
So you're well on your way to getting all the input to knowing that you have it. It's just moving through the stages of, because if you try to rush the stages, or you try to go to some stage before you go to another stage, then a bunch of stuff can happen. And that, that can be, that's how you can get into trouble. If you try to do too much too fast, you can hurt yourself by trying to, you don't walk into a gym having never worked out and pick up the weights that are like 300 pounds and start curling with them and not expect that you're going to tear something. And it's the same thing with your psychic muscles. You have to start working them out slowly, like you would work out your physical muscles, a little bit every day. But one more time, because I keep asking and then we keep going off on another tangent. Tell me about your dream. The one about the freeway and the going in the water.
Okay, let's say like I'm actually born from Long Beach, and my dad was a pastor, so he moved us from Long Beach, Riverside. There's this picture of freeway that's supposed to go straight, right? And then what I saw was, it was like a portion of it, it went water, like it went almost like a sinkhole.
Oh, the freeway
it
itself.
Was a woman driving. It was a woman driving, and she thought the freeway was still there, and she went boom right into the water.
Oh, okay, all right, okay. I mean, I
wouldn't see. That's what's sad. That's what's hard. Is like, dang, I don't want to see some of these dreams. I mean, the ones like I have dreams that the angels are teaching me how to fight, and I see me with a dagger and a sword. I can deal with that. That's easy.
Right.
The ones on the earth. I mean, the ones I don't want to see people getting hurt if it's true. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I think that is certainly something that could happen, and I certainly have seen footage like that during earthquakes, not into the water, but into dirt, where freeways have collapsed and cars have gone over the edge. I mean, certainly that could happen in the water if there was a big enough earthquake.
Yeah.
I mean, Long Beach could, if the coast areas are going to break off the way that they claim someday they might. Fingers crossed. I have a beach house, so we don't want that to happen.
Have you seen the new movie with The Rock? The San Andreas?
Sure.
I mean, it's kind of like that.
Yeah.
But I have had these dreams. Let's see, about 7 years before that movie. And people are telling me, "Oh, you're just getting your ideas from the movie," and I'm like, "Oh God, well, if you only knew, or if you could only be in my dreams with me, you would see what I'm talking about."
Yeah, yes, yes. It's gonna, yes. That is what it looks like, but I think just because you see it, sometimes you just see the partial scenarios. It's like Nostradamus, right? When Nostradamus did his predictions, he always saw like two outcomes. And then he would say, depending on what humanity does, is what these outcomes will be. I mean, even right to the end of the earth, right? He saw an outcome where everything was war and tanks and dark and smoke. He saw another outcome where we lived in a more utopian place that was like a garden. And then said that the universe told him, depending on what mankind does, is which one of these outcomes is going to happen. So, So universe always throws you scenarios. I mean, the bottom line is universe doesn't even know what's going to happen. And I know that sounds crazy because the universe is supposed to know everything, but universe doesn't even know what's going to happen because depending on what we do here as people, things can change. So think of people, think of humanity as a giant, as God's ant farm, right? So if you go to the store and you buy an ant farm, they will tell you, if you take the ants and the sand and you put them here and you wait 2 weeks, the ants will probably build, their little ant castle over here. And then if you put little drops of bread here, the ants will come. And then that doesn't mean that's what the ants are going to do. What if you decide to get ants and instead of building a castle, they decide they're going to build 4 smaller ones in the corners? that's kind of what the earth is like for universe. Universe has a design and a plan. That doesn't mean every single thing that they have planned is going to happen, because human beings have free will. Animals, all animals, all organisms, we all have free will, and we can decide what to do at any minute. So, just like one day your dog can decide, I don't like dog cookies anymore. I mean, you have 200 dogs, 199 of them will gobble everything that has cookie on the box. One dog will go, you know what? I don't like cookies. I'm not eating that. So, or won't beg for human food. Will be like, you know what? I see your food at the dinner table. I think it sucks. I don't want it. I'm gonna go eat my kibble. Just because there's always a chance that things will change. So I think they're showing you different things that could happen to show you that you have a gift, but that doesn't necessarily mean those things are going to happen.
Okay.
And I say that only because I don't want you to worry about it. I don't want you to worry that these things are going to happen, or to fear that they are. I just lost my ice pack, people. For those watching, I just leaned over and got my ice pack. I just showed my CVS brand ice pack on the television camera. That's how classy I am, Darla. So it's all part of it's all part of the activation process, sweetheart. And you shouldn't fear it, and you shouldn't let it get you down. The dreams can be a trip. I have had some trippy ones myself. The ones with the angels and the swords, I mean, that's easy. That's just that as you step into your place as a light worker, guess what? It's about fighting a lot of negativity. So get used to that. You don't use a sword to do it, but it doesn't make it any less scary sometimes.
Okay.
And just be you, sweetheart. Just enjoy the journey. Enjoy the process, you know?
Yeah. Oh, I am doing it. Even if I had to move out of the room so he didn't hear me.
Okay.
Even if I had to live my life without my man now. I've been with him for 8 years, and I did the drugs with him.
Okay.
And I moved out home to get clean with him. But I'm not gonna put up. I am not gonna put up with what I go through now. So I've been trying to get back to California because I feel I am better than being treated the way I'm treated. Like you said, toxic relationship.
Yep.
And I'll just say it that way.
Yep. Addictive personality. Me too. I've been through them, my friend. I'm detoxing out of a friendship one right now. You keep the faith, and I am here when you need to talk. And you keep the faith, my friend. All will be well, okay? And
thank you so much.
You're an important being, and universe loves you. You keep fighting the fight for good, my friend, and I appreciate the call. Thank you so much for being here. And everybody send Darla some love and some happiness on her new quest. And we're going to get Marsha on next, but I've got to put her in the system because that's what we do here at LA Talk Radio. We put callers in the system. So, and luckily, like I said, if you're in the system from before, you're still in the system because unlike this dummy, LA Talk Radio is smart enough not to dunk their stuff in the water. I got to tell you, I literally put that phone down, put the phone down just like this, just boop, like that on the chair. And it went boom, and it flew up over my head and 5 feet into the pool. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Yeah, I think I got a ghost. Some weird stuff has been happening to me, and all my very rational friends have been like, oh no, that's not that. That's just a spring in the toilet paper roll. That's why the toilet paper attacked you. And no, it's nothing spiritual. It's just there's a special button on your car that mysteriously opens up your windows and sunroof at all times. There's nothing spiritual. Well, is there a special button on my phone that catapults it over my head and into the pool? Because where is that button and how can I turn it off? Just asking, folks. All right, we're going to get Marsha on now with us. If you're looking for a reading, 818-437-0886. That's 818-437-0886. Boy, I do love the organization of my whole Skype system here at work. Everybody's in. Everybody's organized. Everybody's in by their names. I can find everybody. All right, Marsha, you're up. Here we go. 818-437-0886 to get on live with me. That's 818-437-0886. Okay. Marcia, welcome to the show, my friend. How are you?
Good afternoon.
Hi, it's so great to hear your voice. What's on your mind and how may I help you?
I don't even know where to start. I guess I just wanted to see about my son that passed away.
Oh, okay, sweetheart. And is he with you? Is that what you want to know?
Well, that and see if he left a child. I always wonder that because somebody had told me that a long time ago.
That there is a child of his on the earth
Yes.
that he did not know about?
Yes.
I do not see that.
Okay.
He's not telling me that. I was going to say maybe he doesn't know, but they all know everything because they're here. So he would know. If he would know now that he's passed if there was one. He is not showing one to me. But I can tell you that he does worry that you worry that he's not happy where he is. And that he feels some kind of discomfort or resentment or upset around his death. Is that true?
Yes.
Yeah, he doesn't. He wants you to know he doesn't. He he would have liked to have stayed longer, but he's so very happy where he is, and he's so happy that he can be guiding you from where he is now, and he's told me to tell you that he's not coming back here until you are no longer on the earth because he's going to stay and take care of you. He says you'd always took care of him. Now it's his chance to take care of you. Although he kind of took care of you when he was alive too, huh? He was a good boy.
Yes, he was.
He loved you a lot. And his death was unexpected?
Yes, it was.
Yeah. Yeah. He says he feels terrible that he didn't get a chance to say goodbye, but that he didn't know. And it was very quick, his death, right?
Yes, it was.
Yeah. He says he doesn't even really know what happened. Just 1 minute he was in his body, and the next minute he was sucked out of his body. And he didn't really understand what any of that was about until it was explained to him in a few moments. And then he instantly felt, he's saying no pain, no worry, no suffering, no anger, no hatred for anyone, just peace. So,
yeah. I know his sisters miss him a lot.
Oh my God, he misses them too, and misses you so much. But he's guiding all of them. He's all there all the time. Was one of your girls having a hard time right now?
Yes.
Yeah, he's telling me that he's with her all the time, and he's always looking out for her and to tell her that she's going to be okay. She's having a tough mental time, right? Anguishy time.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, he's with her, and it's going to totally be okay. Yeah, he wants you to, he says that in some ways, sweetheart, you have not moved past his death. Is that true?
That's true.
And he wants you to. He wants you to move past it and go on with your life and be happy and have happy memories and be in a good place, you know?
Yes.
And that's what will make him happy, is if he can see that you're in a good place.
Yes, I just started a nonprofit.
Good for you.
On his name.
Really? That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's good. He's going to help you. He says he's going to help you with that. And my mom is laughing because I did the same thing for her when she passed. And so my mom is actually clapping right now for you. She's clapping like she used to clap when she was alive, and she would win in Vegas at the slot machines, and she would clap like that. She's clapping like that for you right now. For people that are looking and watching, they can see the visual of that. That was what Mom looked like sitting at the Wheel of Fortune machine in Las Vegas. Tell everybody a little bit about the nonprofit.
Yes. What we're going to be doing, it's called Jonathan's Giving Tree. Beautiful. And what we're going to do, we're going to help less fortunate families that lose a teen in an unexpected death. either car accident, which that's how Jonathan passed,
Right.
or accidental overdose or suicide. And then we are going to offer family therapy to the families, and we're going to have support groups for grieving. And we are going to be able to have that open up the therapy part and the support groups to anybody that is in need or that is welcome to want to join us. It doesn't matter if you have $1 million in your pocket or just $1, but we want to be able to support every family, because it doesn't matter how much money we have. Obviously the grieving can't make it any less with the money, or we can't make it go away, or the pain be not there. So
Sure.
we want to open that to anybody that needs support. And eventually we're going to have people speaking to teens to prevent them from, like drugs, have the families be more educated on mental health and so on. So that's kind of where we're working. We're having our first annual on November 2nd.
That's beautiful, sweetheart. That's wonderful. November 2nd.
November 2nd, we're selling tickets already. We have a website, jonathansgivingtree.org, and we'll have dinner, and most of the procedures will go to the nonprofit.
Why did you pick November 2nd?
You know what? I just felt his birthday's December 5th, but I just felt before the holidays. And people ask me that, and I don't know. And somebody told me that's the Day of the Dead, which I didn't even put that together.
It is the Day of the Dead. Yeah, because November 1st is All Saints' Day or Samhain if you're of Celtic descent, as I am. I asked because my mother's birthday was November 9th, and that's the anniversary of my nonprofit.
Oh, that is so funny.
Because that was her birthday.
That is so funny.
Yeah, so I wondered
That
what
is so funny.
So you picked it in Scorpio. Good time to pick a nonprofit in Scorpio, because Scorpios are so much about service. So
Yeah.
it was a good time of the year for you to pick it. How exciting. Congratulations on your 1 year. And that's amazing. And I am so I'm so happy for you, and he is so happy for you, and so thankful that you are taking something from one of the worst thing that's ever happened to you and turning it into one of the best things that's ever happened to you. That's what it's really about. That's how you learn your life lessons, and that's how you get to a place where you're happy.
I could either lay down and die or be angry at the world, or I could use all that energy and give back to as many people as I can. And I'm not trying to change the world, but if I could change one person's world, then I did what I'm supposed to do.
Yep, absolutely. That's a beautiful thing, my friend. You are a beautiful. Do you have a URL you can give out for everybody?
It's www.jonathansgivingtree.org. I mean, you could just, so
Beautiful.
Sorry, I don't know about memory. I'm so sorry, but usually I just put Jonathan's Giving Tree with an S, so it's jonathansgivingtree.org.
Beautiful. Somebody put that up in the chat for me, would you? Or actually, Marcia, you go put it in the chat room. I would love that. I thank you so much for this call. Everything's going to be okay, sweetheart. He is always with you, and he loves you, and he's thinking about you, and I appreciate you. Thank you for being a part of the show today. Marcia's going to go put that in the chat, and that thrills me to no end. Also, if somebody would put up the link to my class that I'm teaching next week, Why Do I Feel Everything? whydoifeeleverything.com is where it's at. That would be so amazing. Trying to find my way back to my screen here, because in addition to everything else that happened in the last 2 weeks, Mercury retrograde, my computer at work blew up. So everything's kind of in a funky place and needs to be reloaded. And it's just been a shit show, my friends. But sometimes from the most shittiest of shit shows, right, the most beautiful things will come. So I'm not complaining. I am simply saying that it's been a trying time. So yes, whydoifeeleverything.com. Also, my good vibrations crystals are cleansed and blessed and available to go home with you. If you are interested in purchasing some, go just send me an email, Sheena at IamRaisingYourVibration.com, or text me 818-437-0886. Remember to let me know who you are when you text me. Because why? Because the phone went swimming and it didn't bode well for the phone. So let me know. I have 7 sets right now. I'm so proud of them. Cleansing, connecting, grounding, uplifting, healing, balancing, and empowering. 7. I'm working on an 8th, and then I may stop for a little while and just let y'all purchase all of those because that's a lot. I'm so happy that you were here with me today. If you didn't get on today, we're doing it again from 5 to 7 tonight, right here on LA Talk Radio during my Sheena Metal Experience show. And I would love to have you call in then, and we'll get you on the air for a reading, a healing, some spiritual counseling. My nonprofit is at raisingthevibration.org, and I am raisingthevibration.com. And also I am at SheenaMetalExperience.com. That's my daily radio show here at LA Talk Radio. And my spiritual practice, I am raisingyourvibration.com and SheenaMetalSpiritual.com. And my web series, we are livingwiththedead.com and we are altered.com. I also do a web series, I am raisingyourvibration.com. And the new thing I just tried last weekend is the nighttime version of this. It's basically just me in my bed doing readings and talking about ghost stories. I'm calling it Haunted Playground After Dark. I don't know when I'm going to do another one, but it was so much fun. And I love having you all here for Haunted Playground during the day. So let's keep the hauntedplayground.com brand flowing. Bland. Yeah, it's that kind of a Mercury retrograde, my friends. I cannot even deny it. Anyway, I love you all so much. I thank you for participating today. I'll be back at 3 o'clock doing my Music Highway show, back at 5 o'clock here doing Lightworkers Unite Psychic Tuesday on the Sheena Metal Experience, back at 7 o'clock doing Shameless Feminine Speaks with my friend Rebecca Haywood right across the hall in the video studio. This is the day I get here at 11:30 and I go home at 8 because I love radio. It's Haunted Playground right here on LA Talk Radio, my friends. I hope to see you all in my class on August 9th. I'll see you next week here on the show. You know what happens here? Because I know you do. I know you do. I know you do. Every Tuesday from 12 noon to 2 p.m. If it's scary, spooky, psychic, spiritual, it belongs right here playing on the Haunted Playground. I'm your host, Sheena Metal. Till I see you next week. Keep raising the vibration. Keep telling me your scary stories. Keep opening up those psychic abilities. I love you.
Irreverent, entertaining, cool. You're listening to LA Talk Radio.